Hello, I'm a 30-year-old guy and my wife, Amelia, is 1 year older than me. We've been married for 5 years. Prior to that, we had an excellent relationship. I wasn't really into bars and clubs, but Amelia and I enjoyed discovering different places together. She was also very outdoorsy and we went camping, rock climbing, hiking, and more. Besides exploring what was around us, we took trips around the nation and even overseas. On top of that, we would have date nights once or twice each week since both of us work from home and typically have extra free time. We're not millionaires or anything, but manage to do fine financially. We don't have kids and don't ever plan on having any. Our sex life wasn't too bad either, usually 3 to 4 times a week with some occasional experimentation, although nothing with other people. The only thing that's ever caused issues between us is her habit of going out to bars or clubs. I don't usually choose to go out with her and her friends because I'm really not into it and it's not my scene. About a year ago, Amelia went out with her friend group like she usually does. Normally she's home by midnight, but on this occasion she didn't get back until 5 a.m. She was still drunk and went straight to bed and passed out before I could ask her why she was out so long. She kept her distance from me in the days that followed, barely speaking a word. After some prodding, she eventually admitted to cheating on me with one of her guy friends, and I finally understood why she was so distant. I was absolutely stunned. I had always been wary of her nights out, but up until that moment, she'd never given me a reason to doubt her. I had previously encountered all of her friends, including the man in question. By all accounts, he was a man whore. Nothing had happened between him and my wife before, but I didn't like that she went out with this guy so much, particularly when alcohol was involved. I had previously mentioned my concerns to Amelia, and she told me I was just being insecure. Once Amelia divulged the truth, I quickly grabbed a bag, threw in some items, and left. She was begging me to stay and talk, but I simply wasn't in a proper state of mind to do so. I was furious, disheartened, and grief-stricken. Knowing that I wasn't thinking clearly, I decided to stay with a friend overnight. During the time I was gone, I debated whether to stay with Amelia or get a divorce. The fact that I still had strong feelings for her made it harder. Even though we don't have children together, a part of me still felt attached and wanted to remain. A few days later, I agreed to speak to her. She told me she was so sorry and promised it wouldn't happen again and she would do anything for me to forgive her. I provided her with several terms that had to be met if I was to remain. The first was ceasing contact with the man she had been unfaithful with. Secondly, I had free and open access to her phone or computer at all times. Lastly, no more going out to bars or clubs unaccompanied by me. Amelia accepted all my conditions. For the past 12 months, she's been alienated from her buddies since she can't go out with them without coming across the person she was unfaithful to me with. She hasn't forged any fresh relationships either. Although I don't really like going out to bars and clubs, I make an effort to accompany her when I'm free in order to make her happy. In the whole year, I haven't once gone through her phone or laptop. I don't think I would have found anything of note anyway. Things haven't been the same as before, and I've considered abandoning my rule that she must always have me with her when she goes out. But I can't seem to forget what happened last time she was unsupervised. My friend suggested I should get a divorce if I can't trust Amelia anymore. The thought had crossed my mind. There was no denying our relationship had lost some of its spark. Amelia still said she was happy to have me in her life, but the enthusiasm and excitement she used to show were gone. We've gone out on a few nature walks and dates, but not as much anymore. I just haven't been feeling it. The same goes for our bedroom life. She's often initiated, but I rarely reciprocate. I sat down with Amelia and discussed our relationship. She insisted she still wanted to be with me and would honor whatever conditions I wished to set. When I asked her what she would do if I decided to relinquish the conditions, she said she was truly regretful of what happened in the past and that she probably wouldn't venture out alone to a club or bar again. I asked about her friends and Amelia told me that she no longer wished to associate with them. According to her, they believed she was being unreasonable for not wanting to see the guy and that his behavior is just the way he is. They refused to cut the guy off, and they didn't appreciate my wife's issues with him. I'm not sure of the relationship statuses of Amelia's friends or how many of them have also slept with this guy. I think there is only one girl, besides my wife, who is in a committed relationship. I've been told that the guy is a sleaze and hits on the girls all the time and goes out to the bars and clubs solely to pick up women. I couldn't say for certain if he's slept with any other girls in Amelia's friend group or why they're so keen to keep him a part of the group. I didn't particularly want to find out more about his sex life, and Amelia is adamant she no longer wants anything to do with them. I let her know I was feeling like our life had become mundane, and she acknowledged that our relationship wasn't like it used to be. I questioned if she wanted things to change, but she answered that she didn't feel as though she can ask me for anything, knowing that the state of our marriage is her fault. When I brought up couples therapy, she agreed that it was a good idea. Although I still struggle with resentment toward her, it seems like she's trying to make amends. Even so, I cannot bring myself to fully trust her again. Her promise that there was nothing to worry about and the fact she broke that promise still sticks in my mind. We agreed to give couples therapy a try. I'm willing to attempt this because she has followed the guidelines I set for her over the last year, but deep down, I'm not sure if this is enough. Even if therapy proves successful, my ability to trust her again may still be in doubt. If it doesn't work out, I'll have no choice but to end things between us. I never asked her why she decided to go home with the guy. What caused her to give in to that desire? What was she feeling or thinking at the time? I'll bring these questions up in therapy when I get the chance. Hopefully, we can figure out where to go with our relationship soon. Whether we decide to remain together or separate, something needs to be decided. If anyone has been in a similar situation, what path did you take? I will appreciate any advice you can give. Thank you all for listening.